The case of a U.S. Border Patrol agent, Jesus Diaz, creating a firestorm now. Recently, Diaz sentenced to 2 years behind bars for what the Department of Justice calls improper restraint of a suspected Mexican drug smuggler. The Department of Justice prosecuted Diaz despite the fact that he was cleared of any wrongdoing in 2 separate reviews of his case. And while Diaz was sentenced to prison, the suspected drug smuggler, whom Diaz allegedly roughed up, given full immunity and a U.S. visa in exchange for his testimony. 15-year-old kid. Joining us now is Congressman Duncan Hunter. He's calling on U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder to fully explain the DOJ's decision to prosecute the border agent. Good morning to you, Congressman.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
All right, so let's be clear. This is happening in West Texas. This is the same DOJ office that also prosecuted 2 other border agents. We remember those cases from a few years ago. Why is this happening on U.S. soil?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out. We're trying to see if there's a concerted effort from above, from the Attorney General's office. And remember, Ramos and Campeon happened under President Bush. This has happened under President Obama. So I think it's kind of an issue of the West Texas District Attorney's Office or a U.S. Attorney's Office run amok. It's unsafe, in my opinion, to be a Border Patrol agent or a federal agent trying to enforce the law in West Texas, because the U.S. Attorney's Office there wants to go after our own guys while giving immunity to the bad guys.
Okay.
And I'm not sure why this is, but we're trying to find out.
All right, so you've written a letter to the Attorney General Eric Holder. Have you had a response?
No, we haven't. And I'm not sure that that's a rare thing, not having a response from this Attorney General.
Okay. Let's put this story in perspective now. This was a 15-year-old illegal kid coming across the border, smuggling how many pounds of marijuana on his back? 75
About
pounds?
75 pounds.
Yeah. 75 pounds of marijuana on his back. So now you have this border agent who apparently pins him down, puts handcuffs on, and then he is accused of roughing up this kid, right?
Yeah, and there was not a single mark on this kid's body. There wasn't anything. Nobody was shot like the Ramos and Campeon case where the drug smuggler was shot in the butt. Mm-hmm. There was nobody shot in this case. There were no marks on the kids. This agent was cleared, like you said, twice of any wrongdoing whatsoever. This is simply a case of an overzealous U.S. attorney and just wanting to go after our own guys. It's unfortunate.
Now, according to the border agent's wife, she says, she's also a border agent, by the way, and she had this to say, her reaction to the court's ruling.
We were very astonished. We actually thought that he was going to get cleared because there was no way they could find him guilty when it's a common procedure to lift handcuffs when somebody is being uncooperative. His family was very set back. His kids don't know where he's at. So for them, life is just continued. It's been difficult. It's been very difficult.
I believe she also went on to say in that interview that this was standard protocol to do what this agent did as far as putting the handcuffs on this suspect. Needless to say, in the second trial, it's my understanding that this border agent actually lied on the stand, or that was the accusation, so that's why he's actually going to prison. So it's a little complicated here. But, Congressman, who wants to be a border agent in West Texas anymore if this is going to continue to happen?
I don't know. Certainly not me. And I think, too, what is part of the pressure on this U.S. Attorney's Office is coming from Mexico. Mexico puts pressure on our U.S. Attorney's Office. They then, in turn, prosecute U.S. Border Patrol agents to appease the Mexican government. I think that has a role to play here, too. And like I said, we're going to try to get some oversight here and try to find out what's at the bottom of it.
So while the border agent is going to go to jail for 2 years, the 15-year-old kid who was smuggling in drugs is now going to have a visa to live right here in the United States. Sounds crazy.
And smuggle in some more drugs.
Mm-hmm. All right, Congressman Duncan Hunter, thanks for briefing us on this case.
Hey, thank you.